Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be reacting to stories about me and my friends, but they're not just any stories, they're from ChatGPT. And I've stereotyped my friends to be very funny.
It all started when Gabriel agreed to some last-minute babysitting gig. And of course, he dragged Owen and me along. He gave us the classic line, "It's easy money, guys. Just keep some kids alive for a few hours."
That's basically what it is.
Famous last words. We rolled up to the house, and right away, something was off. It was one of those creepy McMansions with way too many windows, like the house was watching us. Owen looked uneasy, clutching his soda like it was a stress ball. "I don't like this. Kids are weird." Gabriel shrugged. "They're just kids. What's the worst they can do?" The front door creaked open, and there stood the parents, dressed like they were about to party on a yacht. The mom looked desperate. "Thank you so much for coming. The boys can be spirited." Spirited? That should have been our first red flag. Before we could ask any questions, the parents bolted like the place was on fire. The door slammed shut and we were alone. And that's when we heard it. The sound of muffled giggling. "Why does it sound like they're plotting something?" Owen whispered. We stepped into the living room, and there they were. 4 boys, sitting in a perfect line on the couch, all staring at us. The oldest, maybe 10, stood up. He was wearing a trench coat and sunglasses. "You're late," he said like we worked for him. Gabriel forced a smile. "All right, guys, what do you want to do tonight? Watch a movie? Eat some pizza?" The kid smirked and adjusted his sunglasses. "We've got other plans." Before we could respond, the youngest kid, a round little guy with a lollipop, whipped out a Nerf gun and fired a dart right into Owen's chest. "First warning," the kid said, dead serious. "Did this kid just threaten me?"
These kids already.
Owen sputtered. "Relax," I said. "It's just Nerf." And that's when the little kid pulled out a paintball gun. "We've upgraded," he said, grinning like a maniac. Gabriel's jaw dropped. "Where did you even get that?" The oldest kid tapped his sunglasses. "We have our ways." That's when we realized this wasn't going to be your typical babysitting job. The night spiraled out of control fast. These kids were armed. Not just with Nerf guns and paintball gear. No, they had somehow gotten their hands on dart guns, water balloons filled with who knows what, and, to our horror, a fully automatic Nerf blaster that they called the Thalatoglock.
What the?
It was a Thalatoglock, Owen yelled, dodging a barrage of darts.
What did I yell?
"It's what they're calling their death machine," I said, diving behind the couch. Gabriel, ever the peacemaker, tried to reason with them. "Guys, let's just put the weapons down and..." The chubby kid interrupted by firing a paintball directly at Gabriel's leg. "That's a no." "That's it," Gabriel shouted, grabbing a couch cushion for cover. "We're taking control of this house." Easier said than done. These kids had the entire place rigged. We opened the fridge, boom, a water balloon to the face. Tried to hide in the pantry, bam, dart trap. They even had walkie-talkies to coordinate their attacks. "This is insane," Owen yelled, covered in paint and soda. "Stay calm," I said, holding up a broom like it was a sword. "We just need to outsmart them." Gabriel gave me a look. "They're literal children. Children with military training." Owen screamed as the Thalatoglock roared to life again. Eventually, we managed to corner them in the upstairs bathroom. Gabriel blocked the door while Owen and I confiscated their weapons. The trenchcoat kid crossed his arms, unfazed. "You think this is over?" Owen glared at him. Yeah, we're in charge now, buddy." The kid smirked. "We still have the bunker." "What bunker?" Gabriel asked, suspicious. The youngest kid pointed to a door in the hallway. "Downstairs. It's where we keep the real stuff." Owen and I exchanged a nervous glance. "Real stuff? Don't fall for it," Gabriel warned. But it was too late. Curiosity got the better of us. We opened the door, and sure enough, there was a spiral staircase leading to a dimly lit basement. "This feels like a trap," I muttered. "Obviously," Owen said, but he followed me down anyway. The basement was filled with boxes labeled "Secret," "Do Not Touch," and bizarrely, "Chicken Nuggets."
What?
In the center of the room was a locked chest. Gabriel sighed. "We're not opening that." "Yeah, we are," I said, already fiddling with the lock.
What?
As soon as the chest opened, alarms started blaring. The kids burst into the room, laughing like hyenas. "You activated the bunker defense system," the trenchcoat kid shouted, pulling out yet another Nerf blaster. "How many blasters do you have?" Owen screamed, diving behind a stack of boxes. By the time the parents came home, the house was a war zone. Paint splatters on the walls, water balloons everywhere, and the three of us look like we've been through a hurricane.
That was interesting.
It's really what did you make me do?
Owen and Gabriel decided to hit up the mall.
It might be that
We
one.
had no real plan, just the usual. Grab some snacks, browse the stores, and joke around. I was in my usual hyper mood.
Oh, I will.
Owen was already contemplating the best food court option, and Gabriel, well, Gabriel was just being Gabriel, looking a little more serious than usual.
Okay.
As we wandered through the mall, we passed by a few stores and found ourselves near the escalators. That's when we noticed him. A guy standing there in the most stylish outfit you could imagine.
Oh.
He had on this sleek jacket, skinny jeans, and shoes that were probably worth more than all of our outfits combined.
Oh.
He was just leaning against the railing, casually looking around. But the moment his eyes landed on Gabriel,
No.
something changed. Whoa, I muttered under my breath, nudging Owen. That guy's got his eyes on Gabriel.
No.
Owen, ever the skeptic, raised an eyebrow. Really? You think? Before I could respond, the guy sauntered over to us, his gaze glued to Gabriel.
No.
Hey, he said, smiling. You look incredible. He then leaned in way too close to Gabriel. Gabriel, being Gabriel, took a quick step back, smacking the guy lightly on the forehead.
Let's go.
Personal space, buddy? Gabriel snapped, though there was a strange twinkle in his eye that I couldn't quite place.
Oh.
The guy, unfazed, grinned even wider. I like a challenge. He was undeterred by the smack, leaning in again, but this time, much closer. Now, Owen and I were both watching with wide eyes, unsure of what to do. Gabriel, he was acting weird, almost too comfortable.
What?
But he kept denying it. He smacked the guy again, this time with a little more flair, and of course, he shook his butt in the guy's direction
What?
to push him away. The guy blinked, momentarily thrown off, but he wasn't giving up that easily. You got moves. Come on, let's have some fun. Gabriel smirked. Oh, you want fun, huh? And that's when things took a turn for the absolutely bizarre. Without warning, Gabriel started dancing. But not any kind of dance you'd expect. It was like a mix of moonwalking and, I don't know, trying to confuse the guy into leaving.
What?
The entire mall suddenly felt like it was in slow motion as Gabriel threw his hands in the air and wiggled his hips like there was no tomorrow. It was both the weirdest and funniest thing I'd ever seen. And Owen and I couldn't stop staring. I nudged Owen. What's going on? Why is he dancing like this? Owen, looking totally baffled, shrugged. This is not what I expected. Meanwhile, the guy was standing there, his jaw practically on the floor. What is this? He exclaimed. This isn't what I thought was going to happen. Gabriel smacked him again, but this time, the smack was like a power move, almost as if he was testing the guy to see how far he could go without actually saying anything. He then turned to us, his face unreadable for a split second, before he smacked both Owen and me in the face.
What?
You guys aren't helping. Stop judging me. I tried to grab Gabriel's arm, tugging him away from the guy. Bro, let's just go. This is way too weird. But Gabriel, now in full swing, shook us off. No, I got this. You don't know what it's like.
Whoa.
He continued his dance moves, this time with even more passion, throwing in some serious hip action that had everyone within a 20-foot radius staring. Gabriel, Owen said, shaking his head, you're going to get us kicked out of here. Before anything else could happen, the entire scene suddenly froze. The music turned into a loud ringing sound, and everything around us started blurring. And then, just like that, we woke up. I blinked, looking around. Owen was still rubbing his eyes, and Gabriel was staring at us, looking more embarrassed than I had ever seen him. We were sitting in our living room, the sunlight streaming through the window, and the weirdest feeling settled over me. I turned to Gabriel, who was now nervously adjusting his hoodie. What the heck just happened? He sighed, looking like he'd just woken up from a nightmare. Guys, there's something I need to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Owen and I exchanged confused glances. What's up? I asked. Gabriel hesitated. I don't know how to say this, but I think I might be in the closet. Owen's eyes widened. Wait, seriously? Dude, we knew you were acting weird with that guy at the mall. Gabriel looked down, his face red with embarrassment. Yeah, well, I've been keeping it to myself for a while. I grinned. Man, it's okay. Seriously, we've got your back. Gabriel looked at us, a small smile breaking through the tension. Thanks. Just don't tell anyone about the dance move, okay?
I'm about to Ashley coffee sounds so good right now.
About to,
La 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 la.
It all started on a Saturday afternoon when the three of us, me, Owen, and Gabriel, decided to hit up the mall. We weren't there for anything specific, just to hang out, maybe grab some food, and see what kind of trouble we could get into without actually getting into trouble.
We don't get into trouble.
We don't do
We
that.
were at the food court debating whether to get pretzels or burgers when this guy showed up out of nowhere.
Pretzels and burgers, what kind of juice is that?
He was dressed in a flashy, over-the-top tracksuit, like he thought he was starring in his own personal music video.
Oh.
He walked right up to us, completely ignoring me and Gabriel, and zeroed in on Owen. "Hey, cutie," the guy said, flashing a grin that would probably blind you. Owen froze, his eyes darting around like he was looking for the nearest exit.
That wasn't me.
What? The guy leaned in, way too close for comfort. "You got a name, handsome?" I immediately smacked him on the forehead. Not hard, but enough to create a good thwop sound. Dude, personal space. Gabriel and I were dying, trying not to laugh out loud.
Why
Bro,
is
he's
this like...
flustered. I
Why
said
do I feel the
elbowing
same
Gabriel,
way?
who was barely holding it together. The guy, unfazed by the forehead smack, stepped closer. "Oh, playing hard to get? I like that." This time, Owen used his tray of fries as a shield. "Back up, man. I don't know you." The guy laughed, raising his hands like he was surrendering. All right, I'll chill. "You're a spicy one, huh? Let me make it up to you." Before we could say no, he darted off and returned a minute later with 3 ice-cold Coca-Colas.
Oh.
He handed one to each of us,
Hey.
looking like he thought this was the smoothest move ever. "Peace offering," he said, holding his hands up again. I took the Coke and inspected it. "This isn't like poisoned or something, right?" The guy gave me a playful wink. "What? You don't trust me?" Gabriel, ever the cautious one, hesitated before taking a sip. "It's a free Coke. What's the worst that could happen?"
What?
Owen glared at him. "Seriously? You're drinking it?" Gabriel shrugged. "It's Coke, man." We all
actually how
sat
I'm
down
feeling.
at a nearby table, sipping our drinks while the guy hovered awkwardly nearby. Owen kept side-eyeing him, like he was expecting him to try something again. That's when it hit. First, I started feeling weird. Like, my legs felt lighter than air, and the room suddenly seemed brighter.
Did he put
Gabriel was
drugs
staring
in
at
it?
his Coke like it had just revealed the secrets of the universe. "Dude," he said, blinking slowly, "this Coke, it's different. What are you talking about?" Then he paused, looking down at the cup. "Wait, why does everything feel..." I set my drink down and looked at the guy, who was now leaning against a trash can, grinning like a maniac. "What did you put in this?" I asked, my voice wobbling a bit. "Relax, it's just a little spice," he said with a shrug. Gabriel yelped, standing up so fast he knocked his chair over. "I don't feel good," Owen groaned, putting his head on the table. "Bro," I said, standing up, pointing a wobbly finger at the guy. "You did something, and I swear if we wake up in a bathtub without our kidneys..." The guy laughed. Chill, it's just a little pick-me-up. You'll feel great in no time." That's when the mall security showed up. 2 big dudes in uniforms walked over, looking suspicious. "Is there a problem here?" one of them asked, eyeing the guy. "Yes," Gabriel blurted, still holding his Coke. "This man drugged us." The guy threw his hands up defensively. Whoa, I didn't drug anyone. "It's just herbal supplements." "Supplements my butt," Owen shouted, stumbling to his feet. He pointed at the guy, his finger swaying a bit. "This guy tried to kiss me, bought us Cokes, and now we're tripping. Arrest him." The security guards looked at each other, then at the guy. "Sir, we're gonna need you to come with us." The guy started to argue, but quickly realized he was outnumbered. As they escorted him away, he turned back to us and shouted, "Call me cutie." Opened the trash so hard the lid popped off. "Never coming back to this mall again," he muttered. Gabriel and I just laughed, trying to ignore the fact that the walls still looked like they were melting. "Next time," I said, "we're sticking to pretzels."
Bro, that was crazy.
That was a good one.
No, my prompt was, I was like, tell a story about me, Owen, and Gabriel who go to a mall and there's this guy that's trying to kiss Owen, but Owen keeps on smacking him in the face, and then he buys us Coca-Colas that are laced. That was literally the prompt.